Yo, yo, yo. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mike DOLCE Show. Today, we're talking about the number one cutting mistake nearly everyone makes and how to avoid it. Now, I got this topic from Derek over at More Plates, More Dates, his YouTube channel. So to be fair, he actually put out a good video, but I wanted to take that and share it with our audience here and add my own thoughts on the conversation. Now, many people out there discuss the only thing that matters with regards to fat loss is calories in versus calories out. Guys like Greg Doucette talk about this stuff all the time, calories in versus calories out. That's all that matters. Well, that's wrong. That's wrong. And those who say that, they don't even have a yellow stripe on their white belt, because calories in versus calories out is a very myopic approach to body composition, changing body composition. And that's what we're talking about here. You're watching this channel, you're watching Greg's channel, you're watching Derek's channel, you're watching Jeff Nippert's channel or Jeff Cavalier's channel or Fuad Abiad's or Nick Trigili's and all these other guys and gals out there trying to share their experience, their education, their background to help you get in better shape and really get in the best shape of your life. And that's what I'm trying to do here. I am the most honest man in fitness, the 4-time world MMA trainer of the year, the New Jersey Martial Arts Hall of Fame, the most successful weight management coach in the history of professional combat sports. You can look it up. It's true. So I have the experience to share with you guys what works. Now, those that only talk about calories in versus calories out, they don't understand biochemistry. They don't understand pharmacology. They don't understand body composition in that. And I'll use a very simple example. So calories in versus calories out. Let's say you need to take in 3,000 calories per day to maintain body weight. You cut the calories from 3,000 down to 2,500 calories. Therefore, you will lose body weight. Yes, that part is true. That part is true. But what body weight will you lose? Will you lose lean muscle tissue? Will your body fat percentage actually go up through caloric reduction? Are you still able to sustain the lean muscle tissue that you have on your body? Or are you now tipping the scale through caloric reduction, caloric restriction, creating a caloric deficit? Remember, calories in, calories out is all that matters. That's what they say. Did you now create a caloric deficit to lose body weight? Yes, that part is true. But what body weight are you actually using? Are you now losing lean muscle tissue? Oh, well, I guess they didn't think about that. Most likely you are. And let's say you drop it again because you drop 500 calories, you lose some weight, then you plateau. So what happens again? You have to drop the calories again to 800, to 1,000. All of a sudden, you're running around to the 1,000, 1,200, 1,500 caloric deficit per day. Where is the weight loss coming from? Are you getting skinny fat? We know these guys and gals out there, they spend 8 months lifting hard, taking all the supplements and all the gear and everything else to put on 20 or 30 pounds, hopefully of mostly lean tissue. Then they spend 4 months to diet it all down and they go into these deep caloric deficits. And what happens? They end up a year later no better than they were the year before. All the muscle that they put on in the off season is gone like that simply because they make this number one cutting mistake. The most egregious cutting mistake that I see is the unregulated reduction of calories. And Derek makes a great point in that dropping calories is not the holy grail. And he talks about how he tried to, drug his way into a leaner physique and follow these extreme caloric deficits to get a better, more shredded physique. And it didn't work. It didn't work. It doesn't work. What we speak about here through the DOLCE diet system is we try and create caloric deficits through an additional energy exertion. Well, what does that mean? Let's say you need 3,000 calories to maintain your body mass as it is right now, lean, healthy, functional, athletic physique that you have right now. 3,000 calories is pretty good. I'm not going to drop you 2, 3, 4, 500 calories. What we're going to do is we're going to increase caloric expenditure. Most likely, we're going to start with fasted lists. Now, we speak about fasted lists. I think Derek did a good job mentioning that also. Fasted cardio in the absence of insulin has a greater benefit to, or a much more efficient path to oxidize the stubborn stored body fat that fed cardio does not have. If you only look calories in versus calories out, in this case, calories out, I did another video on this recently where I said fasted versus fed cardio burns the same amount of calories if it's at the same intensity, at the same distance for the same time. You're burning the same calories, but fasted cardio, in the absence of insulin, for those with a biochemical background, you understand the insidious effect insulin has on the alpha and beta receptors. You understand that performing fasted low-intensity cardiovascular activity in the absence of insulin has a much greater path to release the stored stubborn body fat, to which we all have. We call it gender-specific body fat. Those of you who just can't shake the muffin top, the saddlebags, the fat nip, the little donut under the belly button, that's that gender-specific stubborn body fat that is adversely affected by your fed cardio. You cannot diet that off. That is biochemical. You must understand this and implement proper protocols in order to allow the body to do the job it was meant to do, working with the body, not against the body. And this is where all the calorie counters go wrong. It's not simply add or decrease 500 calories. Add 500 calories of exercise, doesn't matter. Decrease 500 calories of intake, doesn't matter. That's not how it works. The human body works based upon biology, not upon mathematics. And the YouTube gurus out there are very good at clickbait, but they are not very good at understanding how the human body works. So let me wrap this up here. Now, the number one issue, the number one cutting mistake that you have made is dropping your calories too far, too soon. Calorie reduction is the last step, not the first step. The first step is ensuring you are eating enough high net nutrient foods to sustain every ounce of lean muscle tissue on your body. That is number one. If you are not sustaining your lean muscle tissue, you will break down muscle tissue once you hit caloric deficit. And what's the point of that? Many people will diet themselves down 10, 15, 20 pounds or more, and their body fat percentage won't change. They'll lose 20 pounds, but they won't get any leaner. They'll look in the mirror. They'll be 3 sizes smaller, but they will be no leaner. They will not be shredded. They will not be sexy. They'll look like a downsized version of their same pudgy self. Why is that? Because they broke down lean muscle tissue in even parts with the non-functional subcutaneous and visceral body fat, because they weren't managing their macros efficiently. So again, calories don't matter in totality. They have an impact, but not when we really break this down and start to segment into the type of weight loss we're looking for. So number one is we need to sustain the lean muscle tissue that we have. Much easier if you're taking performance-enhancing drugs, but this channel is not dedicated to performance-enhancing drugs. When we speak here, we speak to the full natty or the three-quarter natty. What's a three-quarter natty? You're taking your creatine, you're taking your beta-alanine, you're taking your borderline products. And what's a half natty? A half natty is you're taking the legal SARMs and peptides and things like that. And then you have the not natty, is you've actually crossed the line and you're taking the banned substances, the illegal substances. That's just a quick and dirty overview from here, the way we look at it. I don't really care what you guys do as long as it's safe, healthy, and legal. You're not going to get in trouble. You're not going to get sick and die. But for the purposes of this channel, guys, I'm really trying to help you understand how to get that shredded physique, that year-round lean look, while still carrying a massive amount of lean, healthy muscle tissue without the need to rely on drugs. right? A lot of the drug pushers out there, all they talk about diet, but they don't know shit about diet because everything they do works because they're on fucking drugs, right? They're on drugs, and this isn't a drug rant, but you guys do need to understand the individuals who are on drugs don't know that much about nutrition because every single thing they do is so much easier because they're on drugs, right? That's the margin of error is so big when you're on drugs. You can make a lot of mistakes and not see them on the scale, not see them in the gym, not see them in the mirror, not even see them on the DEXA scan because those drugs are so god-darn powerful. What I tell you works for the drug users, but this is the science. This is the facts. So when you go into a shredding program, a cutting program, you want to make sure you're maintaining the lean, healthy muscle tissue. What's the point of losing 10, 15, 20 pounds if you still have the same exact body fat percentage? I would much rather keep the same body fat percentage and add 10 pounds of lean tissue. That will drop my body fat percentage. I will look leaner. I will be leaner. Though I didn't lose a single ounce of body fat, if I'm able to put on lean, healthy muscle tissue, my body fat percentage will drop down. Does that make sense? But this is talking about a shredding diet. And in a shredding diet, in a cutting diet, we're trying to fight. We're fighting with every ounce of energy that we have. Kcals, pardon the pun, a little inside joke. We're fighting with every ounce of energy that we have to maintain every ounce of lean, healthy, functional muscle tissue. We try and keep our calories static by eating healthful, high net nutrient foods first. Then we start to increase low intensity exercise. The lower the intensity exercise, the less probability we will start to scrape off the healthy lean muscle tissue. We're trying to burn 2, 3, 4, 5, 600 additional calories per day through that low intensity, steady state cardiovascular activity, ideally fasted first thing in the morning. Now we can add some ergogenic aids to improve this process. What would those be? Caffeine is excellent. Caffeine is excellent. Go to PubMed right now. You will see a litany of studies all supporting the beneficial use of caffeine on lipolysis or fat loss, specifically in a fasted state. This works extremely well. Wake up, little bit of water, little hit of caffeine, little low intensity cardiovascular activity, 30, 45, 60 minutes, keeping that heart rate down at 110 or below. Average heart rate, mine is in the low 50s, 52 to 54 is the average for me. I get mine up to about 108 to 110 is the ceiling. That's low intensity. Whew, baby, it's good. That's right about where the average healthy athletic individual should be, even if you do have quite a bit of body fat to lose. Then we start our day. We go home, we continue hydration, we eat our breakfast, and we continue moving on. Higher intensity resistance training, we perform that a little later on in the day. Anywhere between 11 and 3 o'clock. Lots of studies out there show most athletes perform at their best, and there's a litany of reasons why. To use the term litany again, usually it's nervous system stimulation. The ability to excite and utilize our nervous system during that period of time, because we have a few meals in, we are now heightened aware. We haven't suppressed our nervous system through the strains and stress of the day as some people undergo as they go through a long day of work and a long day of family and long day of traffic and long day of responsibilities, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night. Though that might be the only time you can train, I get it. Usually it's not as good as training between that 11 and 3 o'clock window for high intensity, skill specific exercises. And this is something to consider also because we're talking about best practices here. So again, the number one mistake, I want to circle back to that. The number one mistake you're making, everyone makes, is dropping calories too soon, too far. Because what happens, you're going to break down muscle tissue. You will actually lose muscle tissue preferentially above stored body fat. Once you get into a lower caloric intake, your body will resist this and break down your healthy lean muscle tissue and start storing body fat, realizing you are a fucking idiot and you're forcing the body to go into a starvation/survival mode. The body will literally begin to eat itself. Do not do that. So we increase activity at lower intensities while keeping our calories static, and we ride that wave as long as we can. You will see dramatic benefit to body composition. If you're not hitting 30, 45, 60-minute fasted cardio first thing in the morning, and you start to implement that, you change nothing else, you will see a dramatic reduction in total body fat. You might even see an increase in lean, healthy muscle tissue due to greater nutrient transport to the working muscles, elimination of waste products and such. You might see that. It's very possible if you have a good training system. Now, of course, your training system, your higher intensity resistance training should be appropriately programmed. That's not what this video is for. You can go watch any one of my other videos where I speak directly into the best workouts, the best programs in order to build healthy lean muscle tissue. That's another video. I can leave comments below this. I'm happy to put another video out if you want me to hear or want to hear me talk about that. And bang, bang, as I'm asking you, give this video a thumbs up. I appreciate that. It lets me know you're there. It lets me know you care. And it helps YouTube know that you guys are engaged with this channel. I'm going to answer a few questions here in a minute, so keep asking the questions inside the chat. But also when this video posts, leave some comments below. Let me know what more you want to hear. So now we're taking in 3,000 calories per day on average. We started doing our fasted list first thing in the morning. We titrated up from 30 to 45 to 60 minutes. I really capped the list at about 60 minutes. From there, then we look to possibly keeping calories identically the same. From there, we look to slowly add lists into some of the later sessions of the day. Notice we haven't dropped calories yet. 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks into a recomposition, shredding, cutting diet. We have not dropped our calories yet. 2 months in to a cutting program, we haven't dropped our calories yet. We're not running HIIT, high intensity interval training. We're not running HIIT intervals or any of the other crazy stuff. We're not dumping in all sorts of fat burners and crazy stimulants outside a little bit of caffeine, maybe some fresh brewed green tea, 3 cups per day. Again, tons and tons and tons and tons of science, also anecdotal experience support the benefit of 3 cups of fresh brewed green tea per day to dramatically enhance lipolysis or fat loss. It is insane how well this works. This doesn't, almost cost anything. You're already going to the store anyway. A little bit of black coffee, black espresso, a little bit of green tea. That's about all the ergogenic aids you need. Yohimbine HCl. I'm not a fan of it because of the adrenaline effect it has and makes people nauseous. It's not banned by WADA. As far as I know, please look into whatever organization you compete in. Make sure what works, what's right. But those who are already relatively lean, Yohimbine HCl does have a benefit as a later part of this stack, much farther down the road, but it's not something I endorse or suggest. I want to be clear. I do like caffeine. I do like green tea. I'm not a fan of the Yohimbine, which I've tested a few times. I saw, measurable fat loss, but it was not worth how shitty I felt. I was not worth it. I will say that for sure, but I felt it's necessary to add. So as I continue on the cutting program, adding a little bit of this low intensity cardio. First thing in the morning fasted, and then at the end of our workout, get on the treadmill and finish your workout, finish your high intensity resistance training, your HIIT training with 10 minutes, a 10-minute walk. Start burning an extra 100, 150 calories per day on top of the 500, 600, 700 calories or so you're burning in the morning. Watch how dramatically this helps you. And then maybe you can increase that to 15, to 20, up to 30. I wouldn't go much longer than 30 minutes of this low intensity cardio later on. Then once you're at that phase, depending how lean you are, now we're probably 12 weeks into a cutting cycle. You probably look awesome. Hopefully you've been losing 1.5 to 3 pounds, let's say 2 pounds per week of body fat. You are likely 20 pounds down of pure body fat following this very simple program, you have not reduced a single calorie. Now, you're not eating junk, you're not eating shit, you're not eating garbage, you're not eating processed sugar, you're not eating fried foods, you're likely not eating much dairy, no garbage here. You're not poisoning yourself with all those synthetic, toxic, fake-ass sports supplements either. You haven't dropped a single calorie here. And you're likely down 20 plus pounds. Think about how different you would look if you lost 20 pounds of pure body fat and you maintained every ounce of lean, healthy muscle tissue. Guys, this is how it's done. This is how it's done. The fat burners don't work because if the fat burners worked, your ex-girlfriend would be smoking hot and she's not. Right? How much money has she spent on fat burners? It doesn't work. They don't work, right? The only time they might work is if you are already down at single-digit body fat percentage. You can't drop your calories anymore. You can't do any additional cardio. Then maybe you'll get a small little bump by taking one of those harsh over-the-counter fat burners. So I hope this video helps. Bang, bang. Once again, leave this video a thumbs up so I know you're there. I know you care. I appreciate you. Let me answer some of these questions for you guys real quick before I get out of here because I'm going to go crush a workout myself. Wesley Martin, hello. Annika, F you. I am doing well. Jesse Lee just purchased my spot for the online DDC later this month. Bang! Guys and gals, those who don't know, we are running our next DOLCE Diet Certification and Fitness Conference. It will be September 25th, 26th, and 27th, live and remote. You need to sign up. You need to take a part of this. You need to be locked in a room with me for 3 days going absolute batshit crazy with passion and intensity down the rabbit hole of world-class performance science. I teach you everything you need to know to build your own perfect body and also how to help the people around you build perfect bodies. Further, I teach you how to become cash flow positive and financially independent as an entrepreneur in or outside of the fitness industry. I teach you how to build a brand, how to build a company, how to manage your cash so you are beholden to none. Nobody tells Uncle Mike what I have to do, where I have to go, what time I have to wake up, when I can and can't come and go and take my family on vacation. Doesn't matter. I will, if you want to hear that information, I will teach that to you. I teach because I'm an open book. I'll teach you everything, but I need 3 days. It's scripted as 14 hours. Last time I went over 20 hours because I put so much additional bonus. And those who sign up right now will get, we're actually hosting a seminar. We haven't promoted it yet, but we have guest speakers coming in that are a bonus. We're going to be hosting an additional seminar on Sunday. Those who sign in as a part of the pre-registration closes on Friday. You will actually be grandfathered in, if that's the right term anymore. I don't even know what's PC, but you will be in under the deadline. Go to DOLCEDietShop.com. Those who attend and are and pass, but we don't have an exam at this point. We have a different means of testing and grading. It's really about interaction. You become a DOLCE Diet certified coach. You earn the coveted acronym. You become a DDC. You work alongside myself and our team of highly respected global health and fitness professionals, and you then join our ranks. You become one of our endorsed local professionals in your area. We do our best to siphon business your way to give you that DOLCE Diet certified, DOLCE Diet approved seal of approval, which lets you stand apart from all the other trainers, all the other coaches, all the other experts in your industry. You actually have the benefit of all of our expertise, plus you get to work alongside our team of registered dietitians, certified trainers, and myself. Again, the DOLCE Diet Certification and Fitness Conference. That is September 25th, 26th, and 27th. Go to DOLCEDietShop.com to sign up. Jesse Lee, brother, I am so excited to have you as a part of this. I know that, you know, we're spots are going quick. Spots are going quick. So, Jesse, I'm super stoked that you jumped in. Frank Wells, my man. Frank Wells, also DDC. Frank Wells, DOLCE Diet Certified Coach. I think it was last year Frank got certified by us inside our brick and mortar event. Awesome. See, I actually just bumped into Frank right here in town at the coffee shop. Spent what felt like 5 minutes, but over an hour just sitting outside chatting it up, brother. Great to see you, man. Looking awesome, by the way. Frankie's crushing it. REFU. Sam C. Mike, what's a healthy weight gain per week? Well, if you're really looking to gain lean, healthy muscle tissue and you're drug-free, you should be shooting for about 1 pound of lean, healthy tissue per month. Doesn't sound like a lot, but add over the off season. Off season is usually 4 to 8 months. So if you add 4 to 8 16-ounce steaks to your body and just staple them to your body, whoo, how different are you going to look if you're drug-free? I mean, that's really, now, depending on training time, like if you're just brand new to training, shit, you might put on 20 pounds in the first year of lean tissue for sure. If you've been training as long as I have, I've been training 30 plus years now. I have to fight for every gram of lean, healthy tissue I can put on. My goal is to put on maybe 2 pounds of lean tissue in a year, maybe, but to keep it as I diet down. I'm more focused now on walking around at lower single digit. That's the goal as I move forward into 2021. And I'm giving myself time, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Giving myself time. I could get down to 8% body fat, 6% body fat in a pretty short period of time if I want to, but I don't want to. What I want to do is slowly keep coming down, come down about 1% per month until I'm down at about 8% or so. My goal is to just hit 8%. Well, I hit 8%. I did the photo shoots and all that stuff. You'll see that here in the fall when we release our new program. But then when I got down there, it was untenable to really maintain. I didn't want to maintain it. So I let myself float back up to about 10.5, let's say 11, because all the freaking, whatever fact checkers out there. So we'll say 11%. I always like to give myself buffers of high and low. And now what I'm doing is I'm slowly letting that come down. So I have that walk around by the end of the year at single digit body fat percentage. And I'm going to see how I can modify my life at 40 plus years old to be walking around at 8% body fat and make that a lifestyle. We'll see how that goes. So that's for those of you who want that anti-dad bod. Well, that's something I'm working on now also, not just the super get shredded, 3 weeks to shredded, the living lean, the squats and steak, all the different programs that we have. Now there's a whole different audience out there. And I know some of you in that 35 and up crowd, you want to be walking around lean and healthy, but you're not trying to put on 20 or 30 pounds of lean tissue anymore like we were when we were 15, 18, 25, 30 years old even. It was all about making them big ass gains. I'm fine if I can deadlift 500 plus pounds, back squat 500 plus pounds anytime I want. I'm happy. I don't need to be squatting 700 pounds ever again. I don't need that shit. I don't even need to squat 500, which I rarely do anyway. But I digress. Let's finish these questions. Ricardo, I'm watching your channel. Right on, Ricardo. Good to see you. Dave B. Coach, loving the blueprint. When is email number 3 dropping? Email number 3 is dropping tomorrow. And Dave, those of you who are a part of the blueprint, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not a part of it, I apologize. You done missed out. There were almost 3,000 people who joined up for my blueprint, and I did it on the side. And if you weren't a daily follower of our channels, if you're not on the Instagram page, guys and gals, you have to be on the Instagram page also at the Dolce Diet on Instagram. Those of you who are on the Instagram page, you have to be on the YouTube channel also, because we drop a lot of helpful information and it's all free. I created this blueprint for you guys, for the community. And I did so quietly because I didn't want to be overrun, because I'm doing it completely for free. I'm not charging anybody for any of this stuff, but I kind of put a few teasers out there. I did a quick little countdown on the Instagram page, and we got almost 3,000 people sign up. And I read every single email. Every single email, not my staff, not my interns, not anyone on my team, not customer service. I did. This is my project in my downtime, my off time, right? So all the work that you have to do in your job, you got to do all that work. And then all your other free time. That's when I sat through and I went through every single one of these emails. So we went from about 3,000 people who entered into the blueprint program. We're down to about just over 400. I want to say 427, but let's say 400. Let's say 420 just for shits and giggles. It's about 400 people that are left. And it is a dialogue between you and me. So Dave B., this last little battery, because then the questions that I asked, the very specific questions that I asked, I'm actually going through and I'm segmenting the audience once again. So of the 400 or so that have been, left inside the blueprint, we're probably going to cut that down to about half. Why is this? Let me just give you a brief understanding of what the blueprint is. This is the ability to help you achieve your full potential. David Goggins talks about the 40% rule, that the average person only achieves about 40% of what they truly are capable of. And there's a lot of Zig Ziglar, a lot of other people. They basically say that most people have very low expectations of themselves. I have very high expectations of yourself because I know what I was able to achieve. What I have been able to achieve, and this is me personally, what I have been able to achieve, I never thought. No one like me should ever have achieved the things that I've done, seen the things I've done, gone the places I've done, been around the people that I have been. If you go back and listen to my self-talk and you see my story and all the challenges that I went through, some of you know little bits and pieces. Nobody knows the whole story. Also, I am around some of the world's most successful people when it comes to athletics, when it comes to Hollywood actors. We've been working with quite a bit lately, and leaders of industry, corporate CEOs, people at the 1% of the 1%. I'm happy and honored to be a part of their world in different ways and capacities because I add value to them in their lives. As a result of that, I've discerned the best practices that I see in them through direct conversations and things that they do intuitively that they don't even know, that I was able to accomplish, that I did intuitively and sometimes stumbled into and didn't even know. Direct conversations. I mean, the ability to sit down and speak with a billionaire, and because it's incredible. Just doesn't happen. Let me tell you that. But every single person watching this right now or listening to the podcast or on the Instagram page or in my blueprint group, every single person there has the same innate ability to be successful in some capacity of their life. Most of you will not accept this fact. Most of you will simply run on the wheel day in and day out and live the same life over and over and over and over again, never asking the appropriate questions of yourself to truly determine, is this it? This is it. This is what it's come to. This is the end game now. Now I just got to kind of wait 60 years until the lights shut off. This is it. This is all I was meant to do. This is all I'm capable of. So what we are doing in the blueprint right now is I'm peeling back those layers through a dialogue with my friends inside the group. Now, there's a lot of pretenders in there. There's a lot of people that just want shit for free. Bum, gone. No soup for you. There's a lot of people that tell me what they think I want to know. Bum, gone. And then there's people who are honest and confused and scared and said, fuck it. And they do their best and they put down what they think, what they feel, what they're working toward, and they're the ones who are staying. The ones who are working are the ones we're keeping. The ones who are just passing through will stay. Stay inside the community. Stay inside the social world. Right? Go buy your Anthony Robbins book and go binge on Gary V's Instagram channel and sit there and pretend like you're going to do something. But we know that they're not because they haven't yet. So those in the blueprint group, like you, Dave B., those in the blueprint group are the people that at the end of this year will have dramatically changed their life. And not everyone will be there. Of the initial 3,000 or so, we're down to about 400. I assume that 400 will probably turn into maybe 40 to 120, depending. I hope they all stay. I hope they all stay. Now, we might open up another one, depending on the time. I'm starting to get an understanding of the amount of time I have to put in it. And I'm starting to see that now that there is going to be more time for me as I change my life a little bit. Kids go back to school. That gives me an extra hour in the morning. So there's a few things that change. I know I'm going a little long on this topic, but I'm not seeing a drop off of the followers or of the viewers, which means you guys are probably interested in this. So keep watching this channel. If you are a part of the blueprint, awesome, stick with me. If you are not a part of the blueprint, keep watching this channel, but also make sure you are a part of the Instagram community, because that's likely where I will tease it out. Instagram is where I put all the teases. They come out on Instagram. Instagram is daily. I would drop the knowledge on Instagram. That's where you get the little bit of marketing comes in there, but lots of daily takeaways. It's very real. Sometimes it's in the story. Sometimes it's on the timeline. That's where we drop the pre-sale for the certification course. So if you want to get a discount on that certification, you got to go to the Instagram page. You can save $1,000. I don't promote this stuff often because it's the certification sells out. It sells out at full price. But those dedicated members of our community, I will always give back to. So that's for you guys. Annika says, are you more of a coach or a nutritionist? I have no idea. I am just a man. I am just me. I'm just doing the best that I can with all that I have every single day, trying to do a little bit better. Jesse Lee just got the W last weekend. Thanks for the repost on IG. Much more wins coming soon. Jesse Lee followed our 3 weeks of shredded program. Jesse, I'm going to post that before and after photo of you too. My God, you looked phenomenal. Phenomenal. Holy shit, you were shredded, bro, and got the big win. I'm proud of you, my man. What else? Sonia, what's up, Sonia? Just stopping in, doing a quick break. Thanks for all the amazing info. We'll watch again when I'm done work. Right on, Sonia. Good to see you. Jonathan Trigg. Hey, Dolce. How'd camper shopping go? Wow, that just disappeared. Let me try and get back and find it. Win. There you go. Congrats, Lee. Good. Sonia, awesome. Hey, Dolce, how'd the camp? Well, we're still in the. So we're shopping for campers. I mean, being a YouTuber here, man, I'm down that van life, wormhole on YouTube, and I'm an outdoors guy. I love to be outside. So my wife and I, we've been talking about it for a while. We're just looking at campers. Probably Class B, I think, is what we're looking for. We're really looking at like the I know like the Mercedes Airstream style is just really nice. The Sprinter van style. We're looking at something a little smaller that is very easy, so we don't have to tow a car behind us, but we're not opposed to getting something a little bit bigger like a Class A. Not really into the Class C. So any of you who are camper aficionados, you want to give Uncle Mike some insight to campers, please leave them in the comments after this video post. Don't leave it in the chat right now. After this video post, I'd love if you sell campers. I'm in the market. I'm in the Northeast. So I'm in the market right now. I'm looking for one that, not one, I don't really want to tow the car, but I'm not against it. So I just haven't driven something that freaking big before, like a tour bus style with the car behind it. But I got a Jeep, man. So it's like I got a Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. So I could easily tow that up behind something big, but I'd rather more of that kind of an extended Sprinter, but we want it 4. So I'd love 2 bunk beds for the kids and a little kind of full size queen size for Brandy and I. Cooking necessary. We want our own kitchen. We are on our own little potty, a little toilet built in. So let me know. Let me know if you guys know anything about it. I'd love it. 2-way conversation here. What else we got? So thank you for asking, Jonathan. Annika, who's your favorite fighter? I got so many. I could never, ever say a favorite. Every experience has been enriching for sure. Jesse Lee, any tips on slowing things down when in the cage? I'm phenomenal in the gym sparring, but not clicking as well as I'd like on fight night. Jesse, that's going to come from experience. I had that same problem myself, man. Experience. I know Professor Ludwig, he's the man to discuss this with. He's been in there so many times at such a high level. Professor Ludwig is going to be the one to discuss this with. I think maybe I'll do a podcast on that. I'll get Dwayne back on. Maybe Pat Miletich also, UFC Hall of Fame fighter and coach. A few of my buddies out there that have been in it for a long, long time who fought, but also who coach. Maybe that'll be a good one. Who else can we get on maybe? Maybe Boss Root, and get him on. Juan says, hey, Mike, can you talk about the rebound effect when following these principles? So when you're talking about the rebound, I assume you mean body weight rebound. So when you cut down, you shred down. A lot of times people, whether it's kind of, I call the check mark, they just drop that weight real fast and then they bounce back up, or they skim the surface. They kind of slowly come down, they make that weight, and then they kind of build themselves back up again. Now you have to control the reverse. You have to control how you reverse. I say we want to pull out of the parking spot the same way we pulled in. That's a good metaphor here. And we talk about reverse dieting. If you're following our 3 weeks to shredded program, so let's say you go to thedolcediet.com, you join our 4-week or 12-week online personalized diet and exercise membership plan which is 3 weeks to shredded and or the Living Lean program. You'll notice our 4-week, 3 weeks to shredded program goes from day 1 to day 21. We give you a buffer week as a transition week, week 1. You can take that to kind of get your groceries and get things up and running, which is great. Or you can use that last 7 days to really extend that shredded results at the very end. But from there, you transition into a reverse diet protocol by either going back to day 1, which is a caloric bump, maybe, anywhere between 15 and 30% calorie increase of the same exact food. So you don't have any metabolic drag, as we call it, or you transition into week 1. If you're on the 12-week plan, week 1 of our Living Lean program, which is a muscle recomposition plan. So you go from, the day 1 of 3 weeks to shredded, you go all the way through, you finish, you've dropped 21 pounds in 21 days. Then you transition, bang, right into our Living Lean program where we fill out that lean, healthy muscle tissue for you. That's the goal. Now, this is the way that we're talking about the rebound. We want to use that rebound. We call it the slingshot. We want to slingshot into muscular growth, hypertrophy, right? That's the growth of that lean, healthy muscle tissue, which is much easier to do if you understand biochemistry, as I said early and in the beginning of this video. Very easy to do if you understand nutrient timing and nutrient partitioning, which we understand, and that's how we built this program. So if you're interested, go to thedolcediet.com and get started. Join this program. It's all built for you. It's so easy to do, and it's personalized to you. Now, do not just bounce off. Don't follow any program, any extreme weight loss program, hit your goal, and then go eat a pizza, ice cream, and then go back to your old life. You will have the worst time ever. The worst time ever. And you look like dog shit. And that's not a good look. Coach Mike says, hey, Coach, just to let you know, I'm in the middle of the second 12-week cycle since the certification course, down from 234 to 191. Thank you so much. Coach Mike, who is now a DOLCE Diet certified coach from Germany, is on the second cycle of our 12-week online program and is down 43 pounds, 234 to 191. That's 43 pounds down, right? 43 pounds down. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike, I am so proud of you, my brother. I am so proud of you. I say if you can lose 20 pounds and keep it off, you've changed your life forever. Mike is down 43 pounds now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the same exact program I was just talking about, the 12-week program at thedolcediet.com. Mike just lost 43 pounds, right? I talked about this. It's like the treasure map is already written for you. The GPS is built for you. Just follow it, everything, all the biochemistry, all the good stuff, all the information. My team has built it for you. You just simply need to sign up and go. So, and just follow the plan. Just follow the plan, my friends. Mike, I'm so happy for you, Mike. Stephen G says, I thought by reducing your calories, as long as you take in enough protein, you won't lose muscle. That's not true because carbohydrates are protein sparing. Carbohydrates are muscle sparing. If you drop your carbohydrates too much, then your body will actually break down the amino acids in protein in order to create glucose to sustain your energy. And if you do not have ample protein ingestion, you will start to break down the lean muscle tissue, right? So even if you're consuming, you say, well, I'm 180 pounds, I need 100 grams of protein. I'm going to keep my carbs super low because now I'm going to create a caloric deficit. I'm going to keep my fat a little low because I want to create a caloric deficit. So I should be good because I'm taking the 180 grams of protein. False, because your body's going to be like, this motherfucker keeps trying to do these 20 rep squats at the gym and he's working hard and he's got kids in the family and he's working in the backyard or whatever he's doing. This motherfucker needs glucose and he's not eating any. I know what I'm going to do. This is the body talking. I'm going to take 60 grams of the protein he's eating and I'm going to break that down through a process called gluconeogenesis. And I'm going to turn that protein, those amino acids, I'm going to turn it into glucose so I can help this stupid motherfucker do all the things he's making me do all day long. And guess what? Now you don't have enough protein to facilitate muscle protein synthesis to help repair and rebuild these muscle fibers. So what happens? The muscle fibers start to break down. That's, a quick and dirty, of course, very fast in general overview of what happens during caloric deficit. Yes, you want to maintain high protein intake, but you don't want to drop carbohydrate to a maximal level. We want to keep those up and increase expenditure through lower intensity means. Now, why lower intensity? I didn't say this in the video. Those of you who hung out this far in the minute 45 of this free dissertation, my goodness, this is free right now. Those of you who hung out long enough are getting this bonus information for free. Why do we perform low intensity cardiovascular activity? Because low intensity, steady state cardiovascular activity is aerobic, which primarily, almost exclusively utilizes stored body fat as the primary energy source. That's why we say, and I did say earlier, we keep that heart rate at about 110, because once we get a little higher, we deflect. And then we start to use that stored glycogen expressed as glucose. So then instead of using nearly 100% stored body fat for energy, we go, boom, we deflect. And now it's 70% stored fat, 30% glucose, 40% stored fat, 60% glucose. All of a sudden now we're utilizing the stored glycogen for cardio, and we're no longer using the stored fat that we're trying to burn off in the first place. Another reason why we perform lower intensity, steady state cardiovascular activity, ideally while fasted, to take advantage of the alpha and beta receptor efficiency in the absence of insulin. This is what it's about. I don't see anyone talking about this stuff on YouTube, maybe because they don't know. Uncle Mike will give them the yellow stripe on their white belt if they watch this video. You just got the yellow stripe on your white belt. Greg Doucette and some of these other calories in, calories out, the guys who rely so much on pharmacology, they don't understand nutrition. I'm not mad at them, but they shouldn't pretend like they understand nutrition when clearly they don't, because guys like me who actually work with world-class Olympic athletes, Olympic medalists, NCAA national champions, All-Americans, world-class, world title holder, USADA and WADA-tested individuals, we understand how important black belt knowledge of nutrition is. Not just YouTube knowledge of take drugs, take SARMs, take peptides, and eat fucking sucralose, right? Drink a Diet Coke, all that shit. Oh, that goes out the window when you're working with real athletes. No disrespect to the body. And if you're a bodybuilder and you're dumping drugs into your system, I'm not mad at you. I'm no judgment here. But what I say works for every athlete. What the drug pushers say works only for the drug-induced athlete. That's all. They can, like I said, the margin of error is massive. What else we got? Hey, J3 with the $5 super chat donation. I appreciate that. Thank you. It's never expected. It's always appreciated. J3 says, love the positive vibes and all you do. The world would be a much better place with more people like you. Thanks, Mr. Dolce. You are the man. J3 just gave a $5 super chat donation and did not even ask a question. Gave a very kind compliment. J3, thank you so much. I work my ass off for you guys. I work my ass off every single day to help you, to provide you the most actionable, evidence-based, honest information to improve your life in all capacities, Mostly I talk about fitness. I love to talk about finance. Family is interwoven into everything I do. I want you to be successful in all areas of your life so you can share that success with every person around you. Success is infectious. I want to roll with the most successful people on the planet, and that is you. That is you. Every single person here should be infinitely successful in every single thing you do. And yes, you will have to work for it. Yes, you will have to delay gratification. Yes, you will have to push yourself above your current limitations and expectations. But I'm here to help you and here for you and challenge you and guide you and support you in the process. And the thousands of you who watch this video and hear these words are all in it together. So just know that this is all of us. I always picture you and me, all of us together in a big fucking river, in the ocean, in little kayaks, single person kayaks, all by ourselves, just me in a red kayak with two little brown oars. And I look to the side and I look to the other side and I see thousands of you. I see you next to me, fucking rowing your ass off. We're all rowing in the same direction together, but we are all autonomous. We're all alone. I cannot row your boat for you, but I can scream at you to row, keep going. You're going in the right direction. That's what this is about, ladies and gentlemen. That's what gets me out of bed in the morning. That's what I'm so passionate about, honestly. So I am rowing in the same direction as you every single day. Anything I can do to help you, I am here to help you. That's all this channel is about, is helping you. I just want to help as much as I can, share as much information and experience as I can with you to help you move on and move forward. So whatever I can do. If you're not a member of our Instagram community, just jump on over to @TheDolceDiet on Instagram. DM me, tag me, connect with me. Let me know you're there on Instagram. If you're not an Instagram person, no worries. Dude, leave a comment below this video and just say hi, because I will recognize your name. I will remember you. This is a community here. Like we're bros. Like this is a friendship. That's what this is about. Right? This isn't some clickbait bullshit community where I'm just trying to get up my views, right? I'm doing a fucking, honestly, nobody watches 52-minute fucking Q&As on Instagram, on YouTube. I know that this video will not get 30,000 views. I know that. 3-minute, 7-minute, 10-minute videos, those get greater clicks. Why do I do videos like this? Because the 1, 2, 3,000 or so of you that actually will watch this video, you will get lifelong help. Something I said hopefully over the last 40 or 52 minutes will be helpful, especially the first 10 minutes where I talk about the number one cutting mistake that everyone makes. That will help everyone. But most of the stuff I said in here hopefully is going to help some of you. Some of you, a part of the time, some of the time. Louis Delgado says, Coach, I'm thinking about signing up for the upcoming DDC online. I'm just worried that I don't have enough knowledge prior to, and I don't want to end up failing the course. Louis, do not worry about it. You will not fail. I guarantee that. No experience is necessary. No knowledge is necessary. And many times the less you know, the better, because I do not have to reprogram you. All right. We get PhDs and medical doctors and dentists and chiropractors in this course. We get military members and law enforcement members and paramedics and baristas and college students and single moms and unemployed folks and personal trainers and MMA gym owners and professional fighters. We get people that are former car salesmen that don't know what else to do in their day in their life, and their wife gifted it to them because they really like to work out and they don't even know what they were going to do, right? This is an education course. My job is to educate you, to teach you everything I know. So do not worry about not knowing anything. I love that. The fact that you're here on this channel listening to me talk shows me you already have an interest in the content. The DDC, the Dolce Diet Certification and Fitness Conference, is 3 days of intense motivation and education and inspiration. That's the goal of this course. Yes, I teach you the ones and zeros of nutrition and dietetics. Yes, I teach you how to build your most perfect nutrition and exercise program. Yes, we teach you how to now take those newfound skills and education and develop your own business where you can help people get in the best shape of their life. And you can go and get signed up right now. Get signed up right now. Everyone, go to DolceDietShop.com and get locked in, get the pre-registration for this Dolce Diet Certification and Fitness Conference. Become a DDC, become a Dolce Diet Certified Coach. Spend this time with me. Louis says, thank you. You're always the best. I appreciate you, Louis. Thank you so much. Brandon Kirkham with the $5 super chat donation, bro. Thank you so much, Brandon. Awesome content, Mike. I started deadlifting today. Any tips? Yes. Sit back. Pull the tension out of the bar before you pull the bar off the floor. You should hear kink. You should feel that little clink where the bar, right? So this is the barbell. Don't get weird and this is the plate. The bar should kind of clink to the top of the plates before you rip it off the floor. You need to build tension with straight arms, and you need to pull those arms, shoulder blades back and down. That lat should be fully engaged. Look up moment arms. Mark Ripito does a really good job. Check out some of Ripito's deadlift concept videos. The moment arm matters. The distance between the bar and your hip matters. You want to conceptualize flat back, but a slightly rounded back is normal, right? Do not touch and go. Reset at the bottom every single time. It's called a dead lift. It's not called a bounce lift, right? We don't bounce a deadlift. We boom, explode it up, drop it back down, reset. Explode it up, drop it back down, reset. When you deadlift again, Brandon, you gave the $5 and I'm giving you fucking $500 worth of tips here. At the bottom of the deadlift, you should be looking at the floor about 4 feet in front of your toes, okay? About 4 feet in front of your toes at the bottom, at that pull position. And then as you explode, pressing through your heels, and when you pop your hips at the top, you should be looking directly in your eyes, straight at the wall, right? So it's that hinge. In this hinge position, if this is my upper body right here, kind of trying to probably right about here, my line of vision should be down like a laser. And as I start to pull, my line of vision goes pop. I should be looking straight across at the top. Most people start their deadlift looking in their eyes super creepily and then try and stand up. Now, think about that, what that does to your spine. You're so out of alignment. There's a tremendous amount of nerve compression at that point. The nerves are just, unnaturally compressed. You want to have that neutral spinal position. So as you get into deadlift position like this, that's more, accurate. When the bar is kind of hanging here, as you stand up, pop. You're looking straight forward that way. I hope that helps, Brandon. I think those tips are hopefully going to be very helpful. BD says, are the places limited for the certification class? They are. We only allow a certain number of students into all of the classes, which allows me personal time with every single one of you. So BD, sign up right now. Sign up right now. Every single one of these courses we have ever conducted has sold out. Every single one, when we ran them at the Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas, at the MGM Signature Towers, when we ran them in our different facilities, our brick and mortars, in person, and the online remote, every single time we've run this course, they've sold out. And they sell out typically weeks in advance. Okay? Sign up right now. Sign up right now. Sign up right now. Do not miss your spot. This allows me, because we reserve the size of the group, because I can see every single person and talk to every single person and engage with every single person. And then I take the time to personally do a consult with every single one of you. Every single person who signs up then gets a one-on-one consultation, just you and I, hanging out on FaceTime, on Skype, on Zoom, on whatever, WhatsApp, whatever it might be. And we get in and get after it. So I can't do that with 100 people like we would do in some of the live events. 250 people we've done. Think about that. Woo! Now, if I just wanted to make cash, baby, I don't care. I just be like, everybody sign up, everybody sign up. But that dilutes the quality of our coaches. And I'm not about that. So every single person, I want to know you. I want to know your background. I want to know where you're from. I want to know your job. I want to know your dreams. I want to know your family. I want to know what you are doing in the world and how I can help you get there. That's what these certification events are. This isn't just some faceless sign up, pay the money, get your test, boom, you're done. It's not that. We become part of the team. That's what this is about. So BD, sign up right now. DolceDietShop.com. Lock in for that certification. Reserve your spot right now. Alexa. I always call you Annika because that's the way it looks to my American eyes. Annika. I can't answer that question. You're funny. You're funny, Alexa. I will remember. Alexa. Damien, what's up, Damien? F you, coach. There's that level 2 knowledge. Damien, my brother. I'm trying, man. Trying to do my best, right? Do my best all day, every day. Provide value every way I can, everywhere I can. Provide value. That's all. I wake up today saying, how can I provide value to my family, to my friends, to my community, to, you are my community. Ladies and gentlemen, you are my community. To those who I have not yet met, how can I provide value? What can I do in this world to provide value so then I can sleep at night, right? I'm so selfish. Everything I do is to make sure I can sleep at night content and with a smile that I did a good job today, that I don't have the stress, I don't have the anxiety, I don't have the worry. I don't want to go. I cannot go to bed like that. I'm at that stage of life now. Some of you may have been here. Some of you maybe not quite yet, but some of you understand what I'm saying. How much value can I add is the job. Mr. Russ, down 5 pounds on living lean and seeing the muscles come back and got both my mom and older sister on the program. Bang, just started this week. My man, Russ, good to see you. Russell Harding, ladies and gentlemen, also a Dolce Diet certified coach. Damien Vieira, Dolce Diet certified coach. We got a ton of the Dolce Diet certifieds in here. Alexa says, do you even get 8 hours of sleep? And what's the amount? Yes, I do. I get closer to 9 hours of sleep because I go to bed 9 hours before I have to wake up. It's like we're in the middle of the movie at the Dolce house. Baby, sorry, bedtime. My brain's like, okay, now she gets it now. So we've been watching Constantine with Keanu Reeves for like the last 3 nights. We still have an hour to go. Put it that way. That's how much TV we watch in my world. Although we are very excited for the boys to be coming back. What else? Pizzulo. I never got the notification until after 60 minutes. I don't know what that means. Oh, that this video was out there. YouTube is still trying to figure us out, ladies and gentlemen. So those of you who are still here, just engage with the channel as much as you can. I certainly do appreciate that. YouTube keeps messing with us a little bit. I don't know why. I think we were just somehow banned, like shadow banned for a minute. We weren't showing up at all. I don't think it's intentional. I just think their algorithm's a little jacked up. So if you don't mind, bang, giving a thumbs up every time you see one of our videos, clicking on the video and just kind of letting it play, hearing what we have to say, leaving a comment below. I know that's a lot to ask. But I am on here an hour and 3 minutes now for free talking. I'm sweating because I'm talking so passionately with you guys. And so if you have it in your heart to engage with us to help the YouTube overlords understand that we're doing our best to provide good value, I appreciate that. And hopefully they'll start letting you know through the notifications that we're on. But guys and gals, it is time for me to go. Thank you all so much for being here. I really do appreciate you. And until next time, boom.